Guys, Jay! Welcome back to the channel. Guys, some brand new images of the Cartoon Collection figures in hand have actually leaked onto the internet, and I want to take a deep dive into this. Huge shout out to our good friends over at toyhabits.com for breaking this news early this week. And we even found some video, which Cob Web Collector did. He actually picked up both figures, the new Trapjaw and the new Teela, and I want to take a deep dive and see what interesting secret features are introduced into these new figures for the Cartoon Collection, because honestly, one of them literally shocked the hell out of me. Mattel, what the heck were you thinking? Let's have a look, everybody. I want to give a huge shout out to good friends of the channel, Toy Habits, who broke this news very early this week. Oh my gosh, guys, the carded Teela images have been found. This is amazing, and I wanted to take a deep dive into this because there are more little details that have come out looking like Stratos and Mer-Man will actually be the next figures in the wave for the Master of the Universe Cartoon Collection, and this is absolutely stunning. And then following up with that, I found this video earlier this morning, and he actually did a full review on Trapjaw and Teela, and I wanted to take a deep dive into his review and see if there are any interesting details or features that we can glean from this video. Huge shout out to the Cob Web Collector on YouTube. Definitely give his channel a like and a follow. He just hit 500 subscribers on Christmas Day, and honestly, he's growing fast. You definitely have to check out his content, guys. It's a lot of fun. Here we can see that the Cob Web Collector has indeed picked up both Trapjaw, evil and armed for combat, and Teela, heroic warrior goddess. These look amazing. I love the new card designs. They are absolutely stunning. The Cartoon Collection, there they are in their plastic prisons. What a wonderful pair that they make. And these, of course, are the first two in the second wave of figures. The Cartoon Collector then goes on to say that he will also be reviewing Mechanic as well as Battle Armor He-Man. He's also picked up Triclops. What an amazing set. And of course, he plans to review these in upcoming episodes. Definitely give his channel a like and follow so you won't miss out on those reviews. The first figure he's going to take a look at is Trapjaw, evil and armed for combat, the Cartoon Collection. And looking on the back, we can see that this version of Trapjaw was featured in double-edged sword. Here we can see Trapjaw holding on to a crystal of sorts, as well as Mer-Man in the background taking on He-Man. Moving down further, we can see that includes the Eternium Rock. That's an interesting feature. I thought this was actually a crystallized chicken bone, but I guess I'm not exactly up on the lingo here. Pretty interesting. Cob Web Collector then takes a look at Teela, heroic warrior goddess, on her backing card. There she is in her plastic prison. Cartoon Collection, and then flipping it to the back, we do see that this was part of the Pawns of the Game Master, as we read on toyhabits.com, with the training drone, as we can see here. And if we look down further, we can see that Stratos and Mer-Man are going to be released in the second wave along with Teela and Trapjaw. And as we can see that they are the Filmation style versions of Mer-Man, Ocean Warlord, and the Winged Stratos. Cob Web Collector starts off with the sinister Trapjaw. Oh man, he looks awesome. Really reminiscent of the cartoon style. I'm loving it. I love the cartoon colors. I love the blue skin. His red parts almost look pink in nature, but as he starts to move in, you'll see that they're a little bit more on the almost hot pink side, kind of fuchsia type of idea, I think. And we can see a lot of the details have been removed, as these are simplified cartoon versions for these characters. Before taking a look at the figures themselves, Cob Web Collector takes a quick look at Time's End, the mini comic which is included with the two figures. Definitely head over to his channel and take a look at the comic book itself. It looks like a wonderful story where they might be entering a brand new adventure in Preternia, of all places. Absolutely crazy. Looking at some of the accessories that Trapjaw comes with, he comes with his traditional blaster as well as his hook, and Cob Web Collector makes it a very interesting point that he doesn't come with his Crusher Claw, and that's usually one of the more interesting accessories that a lot of people do like, so it's interesting that he does not actually come with that accessory. The other major accessory he comes with is the Eternium Crystal, which again, I'm hard pressed to remember what this is exactly. It seems to be one of the rarest and most powerful substances on Eternia. The rock-like Eternium was used to power many things on the planet. A single-fisted size piece could power the royal palace for many years. When Trapjaw consumed some Eternium, he acquired the power equal to He-Man for a brief time. Wow, that's pretty crazy. So it sort of has the same properties as Cordite. That's freaking amazing. It is an interesting piece. It's actually pretty damn big, I have to say. All of the accessories, of course, can mount onto Trapjaw's arm, as simple as just plugging them in. And fun fact, the actual piece of Eternium can actually plug into his arm attachment as well. I thought that was really interesting. He looks very much like the cartoon version of Trapjaw, which I love. Zooming in closer, we can really take a look at his overall facial sculpt. Man, they really are nailing these Cartoon Collection heroes. And Cob Web Collector makes a really interesting note saying that he does actually have his eyebrows, which, of course, the first edition of Master Universe Origins Trapjaw did not have those eyebrows. His jaw does articulate, as we can see here. Very cool. And his armature is basically the exact same as the Origins version, but a little bit less detailed in some of the areas, which, of course, it goes in line with the Cartoon Collection version of these characters. He does have a brand new buck. We can see here that the belt is actually very simplified. There is no skull feature on it, as well as his legs. They don't have as much detail, but there is a lot of wonderful nods to the cartoon. These are brand new legs, which are unlike any other figures in the line, so this is very unique to Trapjaw himself. He definitely comes with some additional features, including a place to plug in the hook attachment, as well as the laser attachment, depending on which version you're using at the time. Cob Web Collector did have a little bit of trouble slotting this in. It's a very small hole, but once it came in, it was secured very, very tightly. And that was Trapjaw, everybody. Absolutely amazing. Can't wait until we get him into our collections. Moving on to everyone's favorite. Yes, guys, it's Teela, Captain of the Guard. And honestly, I have to say, I was very concerned, along with so many other people, that she would end up looking very, very poor in the facial sculpt. But thanks to Cob Web Collector, we will learn that those fears can be set aside because she does look stunning. The first thing we'll look at, though, is some of the accessories, including her sword, which is directly taken from the Filmation cartoon. This is amazing. It really does look exactly like the way it did in the animation. I do love the design. It has kind of shades of the Eternia Sword of Power. We can see the sort of cross guards here, which also is reminiscent of that type of Eternia design. And it is using that pearlescent type of plastic. There is no paint on this weapon at all. And Cob Web Collector does say that it does look a little rough, but it's actually very smooth. The next accessory that she has is, of course, her signature shield, which she has used multiple times in the series. It is, once again, very simplified, very soft in the areas that it's actually been sculpted in, but that is in line with the cartoon version of the shield as it appeared in the Filmation cartoon itself. I like the fact that it is actually quite shiny on the front, but also matte in the back. And finally, her last accessory is the training robot itself. This one is really fun. It has a mono eye along with a fire blaster and a sword for dueling. This one is a lot of fun. As we can see here in the encyclopedia, the training robot was designed by Man-at-Arms as a cyclopean training robot with a levitating sphere and 2 arms, one of which wielded a sword while the other could fire laser blasts as well as fire. It was designed to test one's combat abilities, especially swordsmanship. Though devoid of personality, it would get carried away at times and become relentless. A lever on its back could be used to shut it down. Awesome stuff. The training robot itself is also articulated. The arms do swivel up and down, as we can see here, as well as the sword arm also moves up and down. Beautiful stuff. Now, taking a closer look at Teela, wow, guys, this is where everything starts to shine. Take a look at this amazing facial sculpt. Oh my gosh, just beautiful. Really does capture Teela from the cartoon series. There are a few details which I think I would have preferred a little bit more, but in terms of the overall facial sculpt, I have to say, this is one of the most detailed facial sculpts I've ever seen in any Master of the Universe Origins figure at all, and it's amazing. They went to so much trouble to get this right, and I really appreciate it. I love the hairstyle, very reminiscent of Teela from the cartoon itself. She really is encapsulated here wonderfully, and of course this is a way better facial details than it was in the prototype, which was shown at San Diego Comic-Con. That one was just literally, I think somebody was painting that by hand and rushed it just to get it to the show floor. This one, though, this final version and production version of that, looks absolutely stunning. This is amazing. She really has a wonderful profile, as well as the overall design for the character. I really am in love with this figure. He goes on to mention that the top of her armlet is wonderfully sculpted, painted directly onto her arm. All of her details are very subdued, much like they would be in the cartoon. This goes along with the character herself. The boots, I love the little furry details at the top, and of course the cross guards on the boots themselves. She also has those updated legs, and it suits her so well. I really love the attention to detail and the care that they've taken with this particular character. Cob Web Collector goes on to try and remove the armor piece at the top. And I gotta tell you guys, when he started pulling apart the character's pieces, much like the same way as all Origins figures can do, I was like, what's this gonna do? You're not gonna be able to take that thing off. It's just not possible. But to my surprise, after he finished removing the head, the arms, he continued to try and take off the armor piece. And the first time he did this, let me just tell you, I had quite the reaction. As a matter of fact, this is exactly what happened when I took a look at this the very first time. Pop and swap. Alright, looks like he's going to disassemble Teela. Yeah, taking off the head, taking off the arms. Okay, pretty standard. It's a brand new female buck, I think. Oh, wait. You can take... Whoa! Are you serious? Oh, man. Mattel. Holy crap. After that initial shock, I do have to say that this has got to be the first time ever that we've seen Teela without her top portion of her armor. And I got to tell you, this is very tasteful in the way they've actually done this. She looks absolutely amazing. And this also lends itself well to other characters later down the line for the Princess of Power line. I wonder if that's actually their entire idea from the very beginning. I'm really excited about that. Teela without her armor looks, rather normal. I'm actually very surprised at the way she looks. Although I do have to say, it is an interesting look for Teela, bar none. Not much left of the imagination. It looks almost like a swimsuit, if you will, or some sort of fashion runway model. Kind of crazy. Cob Web Collector then goes on to demonstrate that the armor piece is kind of gummy in the way it's overall sculpt, but not 100% pliable. It retains its shape very, very well, and even though it does have a little bit of play, I don't think there's any real concern of it being warped over time, so it's a really wonderful piece overall. For a little comparison time, here is Trapjaw compared directly with Origins Trapjaw. They look awesome together, and Cob Web Collector has already gone and swapped a few pieces. Obviously, we can see that the head has been replaced onto each other's bodies. Cob Web Collector goes on to mention that the ball joint is a little bit bigger on the Origins Cartoon Collection, which makes it difficult for these heads to actually sit on top of the Cartoon Collection bodies. And he also mentions that you might have to Dremel this out if you really want to get it on top of this head, which is definitely not something that I'm planning on doing. Whereas the other head sits perfectly on top because the ball joint is quite small for the Cartoon Collection head on the Origins body. Cob Web Collector goes on to mention a few other details about the armor set, and I'm going to let you guys take a look at his video, which I have linked in the description below, to find out all the little intricate details. Definitely head over to his video, give him a like and a follow, tell him that Jay sent you. Lastly, Cob Web Collector starts to compare the torso from the original Origins figure compared to the armor set, which is included with the Cartoon Collection, and how you can actually do a cover piece on top of the original body. It is possible. But again, I'm going to let you guys head over to Cob Web Collector's video for those final details, as I think that he explains it better than I ever could. Definitely head over to his video, guys. Give him a like and a follow. Let's get him up to 1,000 subscribers, guys, because he's doing a bang-up job. Here are all of the Cartoon Collection figures which have been released so far in their glory. Obviously, we have Cartoon Collection Man-at-Arms, Cartoon Collection He-Man, Cartoon Collection Skeletor, Cartoon Collection Beastman, and the newest editions, Cartoon Collection Trapjaw, and of course, fan favorite, Cartoon Collection Teela. Guys, these look absolutely amazing. I want to give another huge shout out to Cob Web Collector on YouTube. Guys, definitely give him a like and a follow. He's doing some amazing work, and we couldn't have taken a look at these characters without him. I have a link to his video in the description below. Take a look at some of the wonderful other details about these figures, which he pointed out on his video. It's absolutely amazing. And of course, another huge shout out to our good friends over at Toy Habits who first broke this news a few days ago. Definitely give them a like and a follow on toyhabits.com as well as their YouTube page. The Cartoon Collection continues to grow. We already have 6 characters in the line, soon to be 8 with the introduction of Stratos and Mer-Man, and I can't wait until we see some Princess of Power figures perhaps, and even the Evil Horde. Oh, honestly, I gotta tell you, I was absolutely shocked when I saw that you could remove the battle armor from Teela. I mean, the top part of her armor set is completely removable. And I gotta tell you, this leads to a lot of wonderful options for the Princess of Power line of figures, because honestly there are a lot of figures in the Princess of Power line that kind of, lend themselves well to this, actually more like no top. I think Mermista would definitely be the one to really benefit from that. She definitely has that kind of, what's it called, swimsuit type of uniform, if you will, along with her mermaid tail. It's going to be a lot of fun seeing what kind of interesting new features they could do with this particular new female buck for the cartoon collection. And of course, Trapjaw himself is absolutely spot on in terms of his overall look for the cartoon collection, definitely looking as if he popped out of the Filmation cartoon. I can't wait to get these into our collection. Huge shout out once again to our good friends over at Toy Habits for breaking the news very early this week. And of course, a huge tip of the hat to Cob Web Collector on YouTube. I'll have links in the description below where you can read the articles as well as the YouTube video where you can find out more details, which I didn't cover here because Cob Web Collector goes into such great detail with his video. Definitely give him a like and a follow, guys. Let's get him up to 1,000 subscribers because he's doing some amazing work. Guys, let me know in the comment section below, what are your thoughts about this brand new cartoon collection Trapjaw and Teela action figures? Are you going to put down your money for these figures now knowing that the facial sculpts look absolutely stunning? Or have you basically been collecting the Origins line proper and you really aren't in on any of these cartoon collection figures? Please leave those comments in the comment section below, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, please do leave me a like. It really does help me out. And if you're in the position to help the channel, please check out my Patreon page. It's MegaDre Retro on Patreon. Guys, the patrons and channel members of this channel help me make wonderful episodes every single week, and I couldn't do it without them. They are the best. Thank you so much for your support, everybody. It really means the world to me. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe. Happy New Year, everybody. This will probably be one of the last videos of the year for me because toy news never stops. And MegaJ Retro continues to cover everything Master Universe related. Good journey, everybody. Geek proud.